Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are having chuck roast, which I would have showed you just recently on the last video. So with the chuck roast, we are going to have dinner rolls, and they're not just any dinner rolls, they are Bob Evans recipe. Well, we'll see if that's true. My husband loves Bob Evans, and he loves their food, he loves their rolls, so he'll be the test of whether these are truly like Bob Evans or not. So for this recipe, you're going to need 2 packages of active dry yeast. It looks like I am using Red Star active dry yeast, 2 packages. 2 cups of milk scalded. Well, I am going to go ahead and scald that in the microwave for a few moments. I'll stir it every so often, check it. Once it gets to about 180 degrees, then it will be scalded. 1/4 cup granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 eggs beaten, 1/4 cup vegetable shortening. I use Crisco, or you could use margarine. 5 cups all-purpose flour, and then a little melted butter. But I have some bread flour to get rid of, so hopefully this doesn't change the consistency too much. But I figure we're making rolls, so bread flour probably should be okay. We'll see. But the recipe is calling for all-purpose. So what you're going to do is dissolve yeast in 1/2 cup of milk. First, let me go scald the milk, and then we will dissolve it in it. Okay, my milk is scalded. It took about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes, and I stirred about every 30 seconds. So it is at 180 degrees right now, a little over. What I'm going to need to do is let this sit for about 4 to 5 minutes to come to lukewarm temperature, which is about 105 to 115. That way we don't kill the yeast. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Put this in here. A little bit. Put the dry yeast. Okay, it looks like it's dissolved. So, stir in remaining milk. The sugar, which is 1/4 cup. The salt, which is 2 teaspoons. 2 eggs beaten. ¼ cup shortening. And 5 cups of flour. It says all-purpose. I am using bread flour just because I have some to use up. Now beat until smooth, adding more flour as needed to make the dough easy to handle. I have extra flour here. If I need to add a little bit more, I will. So let's clean off my workspace. Put my dough hook in here. We're going to get this bowl ready because we're going to place this in a greased bowl. Turn dough onto lightly floured board and knead until smooth and elastic, about 5 minutes. Now we're going to let this rise, covered in a warm area, and we're going to let it double in size. So you want to pay attention to how it looks now so you know when it is doubled in size. Me, I don't pay close enough attention. To me that seems good. So what I'm going to do is put it in this greased bowl, and I am going to flip it over because it says place in greased bowl and then turn grease side up. Okay, so here it is. Hopefully it gets up to about halfway. I'm going to let that sit. We'll see how long it takes. Okay, so my dough has definitely risen to double the size. So what I'm going to do next is spray a muffin tin. Now this has about 12. I might need more than that. And then I'm just going to dip it in a little butter and put it in there and let it rise again. That probably took about an hour. So I'm going to roll it into little balls. I'm not sure how big a balls, it doesn't say. Shape into rolls. Dip it into butter. Put the butter side on top. Now if these are huge, don't laugh. Some of them are. Okay, I'm going to let those sit says, shape into rolls, dip in melted butter, place in greased muffin cups or 3 inches apart on a greased baking sheet. Let rise again, then bake at 325 for 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to cover these up a little bit with a tea towel and then I will bake them. My rolls have been sitting under this tea towel for about a half hour. As you can see, I did not make them the same size. This one is going to be a monster. This one will probably be like a regular one, but I greased the muffin tin. We'll put them in the oven at 325 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Mine were in the oven for about 22 minutes. I could have left them in a little bit longer to get a little bit more golden brown. But here is one. It looks pretty darn tasty. Doug, would you like to come try a roll?
Sure, you can bring me one.
This one's not quite as brown. You see here. Cut it in half. Here's a baby one. They turned out good. You can brush them again with butter. I prefer just to put my butter in the roll, on the roll, over the roll. Very good. Hey Doug, come take a taste.
I thought you were bringing me one.
I put a little butter on yours. Now I probably could have put them in there for another couple of minutes, but look at the difference in the sizes. I didn't put them evenly. They're a good roll. Now I don't think they're quite like Bob Evans, but they're a good roll.
They're a little more heavy.
Yeah. Well, I used bread flour instead of all-purpose. But they're good.
The texture's nice.
Yeah. He's dipping it in butter. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. This one might be getting closer to the Bob Evans. I'll take a picture of that one. I'd recommend these. Very good, very good. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Talk to you soon.